Hey guys, in this video, this is sort of part 2 to the rear wheel liner video I did a couple of weeks ago, but this is the installation of DuraFlap Mudflaps on my 2020 Rebel. So if you've been following my channel for a while or you looked around on my channel, you know that I'm a huge fan of DuraFlap Mudflaps. I've had them on my first truck, which is the 2010 F-150, and I've had them on every truck since then. I love them because they're durable and they do an excellent job in Midwest winters. So with the DuraFlap Mudflaps, they got the grooves on the inside to reduce the amount of crap that sticks to the inside of it. On the back side of it, it is a smooth mud flap. So taking a look at these specifically, so like I said, these are for my 2020 Rebel. They'll fit the 2019 and up new body style Dodge Rams. Now something a little bit different about the ones that I got versus the ones I've gotten in all the other videos is these are actually the extra long versions. So basically it's the DF12L 19-1500. So it's the DuraFlap front, 12 inch, that's the 12 inches wide mud flap. So they're all 12 inches wide. You can get extra wide as well. And an L meaning long, and that's for the 19 body style and the 1500 version of the Ram truck. So like I said, I got the extra long ones, and the reason I got those is because, again, I have a Ram Rebel, and it's a little bit higher than the standard truck. And on my last truck, I had the regular length mud flaps, and I noticed the second I lifted that 2.5 inches in the front and an inch in the rear, the flaps were just a little undersized for that lift. So this will give me the coverage down below the fender. So basically I think it's like 1.5 to 2 inches longer than the standard mud flaps. So it'll give me plenty of coverage on the back wheel with those DuraTracks on there. When you are ordering the DuraFlap mud flaps for your truck, make sure you are well aware of the type of liner you have in the rear wheel liner. So these are the full liner, so FL means full liner, and that means that you have the whole liner, the whole black cover inside the rear wheel liner. Now, some of these trucks do come with that partial liner where it's just a third up front and a third in the rear, which is what I had prior to this. And when I ordered these mud flaps originally, I actually ordered the ones for the partial, not knowing that I was eventually going to upgrade to the full liner. So I'll show you what those look like. So DuraFlap was nice enough to let me keep this for a little while, and I'll ship this back to them after the video, but I wanted to show you the difference between the mud flaps. So this is the rear mud flap for the full liner, and this is the one for the partial liner. You can see there's huge difference. Obviously there's a big chunk taken on here, but the way this attaches to the truck is much different than the one for the partial liner. I went to install these a couple weeks ago, and I noticed nothing was really lining up, particularly this whole D here. It basically needs to be down here in order for it to attach to the liner itself. But also this trunk here, this flips behind the liner itself to hold everything in place. That said, we're gonna go ahead and get installing on these guys. Is an 8mm socket, an 11mm socket, an 11mm wrench, and then the hardware that comes in the kit. So you just put it together so you don't lose all those pieces. First thing you're gonna do is remove 1, 2, 3. So these 3 bolts. So once you remove those 3 bolts, the line or the mud flap itself uses those 3 exact locations to mount. So you could take those 3 screws and then basically just thread them through those 3 holes up at the top. Then you have this big tongue looking thing. That tongue actually tucks behind the rear liner. So it's gonna go right behind this piece here. So that will hold the mud flap up against the liner itself. And then that bracket that comes in the kit will be inside the wheel well, and it'll basically hold on to this side of the liner, and then it'll be threaded through the mud flap and then pinching basically the mud flap to the back of the liner so everything sits flush. You don't need to remove this screw, so it's just these 3 right up here. So I'm gonna, so like I said, the back portion of that mud flap actually slips behind the rear wheel liner, and then that bracket goes inside the wheel well and pinches the liner and the mud flap together. And then you just take those factory screws and you just, I guess, place them back in where they came from. Just thread them through the mud flap first, and then you slowly tighten those down. Word of advice when you're reinstalling those, just so you could see easier or see better and mount those things easier, start with the bottom bolt here and then work your way up. That way you can see the holes as you're threading the screw in there. It doesn't take much to catch those little U-tabs on the other side of the liner, but it does make it easier if you do the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these down. Unlike the mud flaps I did on my other trucks, these, because I have fender flares in there, there's really not much room for adjustment pulling them out. They basically fit in one location, and that's perfectly fine. The only thing I do when I do install these is I make sure that they're actually centered on the wheel itself. So if the center line of the mud flap lines up with approximate center line of the mud flap, and if they are dropping straight down on the side, then we're good to go. So I am gonna go ahead and tighten everything up, and then we'll start on the front. All right, so we're starting on the front wheel, and just like the back, you're gonna reuse these 3 screws here. So we're gonna go ahead and back those out, pull them out all the way. One thing, this I noticed when I did the other side, this screw is attached to some very flimsy plastic in the back, and it takes a little bit to come out, and it also takes a little bit to get it threaded back in there, but once you get it started, you're fine. And like I said, in the instructions, it says remove this plastic push pin down here. Let's see if we can get a light on it. Remove that plastic push pin down there only if you have the factory splash guards, because you need to remove that in order to get the splash guards out. But once you remove them, you're going to put that back in there. So in our case, I didn't have any mud flaps on here. I'll just leave that where it is. And then grab your DuraFlap Mudflap. So just like the rears, this one's going to tuck behind the liner. So that little lip there will go behind this portion, and it'll actually grab the bottom of this little trim panel here. And then the bracket attaches through here, but in this case, the bracket attaches on the back and squeezes this liner over here. All right, so I got the front liner finger tight in there. Again, bottom bolt first, and then you go through and do the rest of the screws here. That guy put up a little bit of a fight. So one thing you can do is, again, what I should have done is just gave myself some more room by moving the tire out of the way to just turn the wheel. But eyeball that hole and then line up everything and then try to pop that screw in there. You're gonna have to push the mud flap itself up against the truck so the screw can have enough teeth to bite or enough thread to grab that U-bolt in there. But again, don't get discouraged, pretty easy. Then do these two, and then you go through and do the bracket on the bottom. So in this case, we got the bolt and the washer on the inside of the mud flap. And it's grabbing the edge of the factory liner there. So that's an 11mm bolt. We're going to go ahead and tighten that guy down. Tighten up the other ones, and then we're good to go. All right, so I got the front and final mud flap in, and we are good to go. So, like I said, it is basically on every corner. Removing 3 of the factory screws that go through the fender flare. Installing the mud flap itself. Install the bracket down at the bottom there that pinches the mud flap itself to the liner. Reinstall these 3 screws. Tighten everything up. So you're probably wondering just how long these actually are. So from the bottom of, let's see, easy way to measure this one-handed. So from the bottom of that trim, they hang down about 7 inches. So that is about 8 inches below the metal on the truck. So if you're back and forth between whether you want to get the extra long ones or the regular length ones, these are about 1.5 inches to 2 inches longer than the standard length ones. And like I said, I got them because eventually I'm going to lift this truck or even level the front. And the second you level, you go up 2 inches, you're going to wish you had the longer mud flaps themselves. And just to match the front longer ones, I got the rear long ones as well. And those below the truck itself, those stick down about 11 inches, it looks like, off the ground. They are 8 inches. Front, let me check that one real quick. Off the ground, these are roughly 6.5 inches. So these will hit if you off-road quite heavily. But I will say, by my own personal experience, I have sanken trucks with mud flaps like this in cornfields out hunting. And the mud flaps are flexible enough that they can handle that. But if you sink your truck in the mud, these will do fine. They'll survive. They're easy to clean out and everything too. So a couple words of advice for when you're installing these mud flaps. Don't get crazy tight on the screws. Keep in mind, you're only tightening these things up in the thin aluminum. So there's really not much there to hold on to it. It doesn't need to be crazy tight, just enough to hold everything taut and basically pull the mud flap up against the fender flare nicely. And if you ever get stuff stuck on there, really all it takes is a quick kick like that, and then all the slush or whatnot falls off if it doesn't fall off on its own. This is the second Dodge I've done, and I'm losing track of the amount of trucks I've installed these on now. But super happy with them. The quality is there. The brackets, it could not be more simple of an installation. It's no drilling, and you get a ton of protection from these bad boys. So if you tow jet skis, boats, or whatnot, you want to keep that fiberglass clean, these are the way to do it if you don't have a rock tamer. But other than that, that is the installation of the DuraFlap Mudflaps. And I'll say that is the last of the, I'll say, necessary installations on my channel for a while. Now we're going to get into some of the fun stuff, hopefully, here. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe below.